But they've also had a bunch of people that's come into, the chat that's against her and say, like, oh, I was her 2 or 3 months ago. But it's everybody's prerogative what to do with their own money, Debbie. You can't tell other people what to do. Sorry, but you can't. But there's been people that have came into those other people's chat going, I was her 3 months ago. I just didn't want her to see her like that. You're telling me those people didn't know what they were sending money for? Come on. I know, Debbie. I know. I'm just saying, just the way you put it, honey, you're good. You're good. You said just don't send money on here. You meant I just don't send money on here, period. I get it. Yeah. It's their money. They can do what they want to. I don't know. But at the end of the day, we also don't want a whole bunch of people doing that and end up watching that, especially on live. And don't want these kids losing their mom or these sisters losing their sister or whatever. Like, I get where everybody's coming from. I just don't. It's gotten worse since all this started happening. This is my thing. Her mindset, and this is just what I feel like her mindset is. I don't know this for a fact, okay? I do kind of know this for a fact, just because she said it multiple times. But her mindset right now is, for all these people, but then, Dread, don't you think that it's not a good thing for people to be putting in the comments, I sent $20 and they really didn't, but then there could be somebody that really did that's trying to get, hey, look, I already sent her what she needed, she's good now. So everybody would stop sending, but they don't believe that. But Shannon, I can also say I've accidentally blocked people that have helped me before because people get into their heads and then they come into my chat and say dumb shit. I didn't know names don't always match up 100% from here to Cash App or from here to Venmo or from here to PayPal. And I've accidentally blocked people that have helped me before. I mean, most of the time, no, but I'm saying, like, if people get into their head and then they come in here and say something and either I misread it, one of my girls misread it or whatever and like block them, that's different. But I know what you're talking about. Like, she doesn't want people to know. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, her thought process right now, this is my speculation and a little bit of what she said. I don't know, Rhonda. Like, I don't know. Plenty of people have helped me, and I've helped people too. Anyway, I sent a girl years ago a gender reveal thing on here, and I mean, that's not something I had to, but she's my friend, and I talk to her outside this app, and it's just a gift that I want to give. So there's always that, and then it's weird how that TV does. Anyway, but I'm not going to read the chat for a second so I can get out what I was saying. I think the way that she is looking at it right now with all these awareness things, literally live streaming her, whatever, her thought process right now, everybody knows. Everybody knows. So why the fuck not? She has literally said, see the difference between, this is her words, the difference is I don't care, and I'll sit here and ask and ask and ask until I get it, no matter what anybody says, because it's all already been said about her. There is literally a woman that came on one of those scam apps or scam pages or whatever that said, I am a nurse, and that she called the facility where the person we were talking about said she was going to rehab at. Yeah. But her shame has went away tremendously because why the fuck not? They're going to talk about it anyway. Believe me, there's something to that. It's same with the accountability with someone legit sending her money and say, I sent blah, blah, blah in the chat, and nobody believes it because there's so many other people saying that, and they didn't. Just like I'm sure plenty of those people would actually send her a DoorDash or an Instacart or whatever. But there's lots of people in there trying to get her to get off live by saying it and then doing like the video she showed. Exactly. Yeah. But, yeah, like her, and I've said this so many times, her give a damn's broken. She doesn't care anymore. And that's scary. She doesn't have her child behind her telling her, you know, Mom, get off the app because he's embarrassed. Like, her daughter is helping, quite literally. I haven't seen her lately, but for the most part, except for this last maybe week, her daughter was helping. That's not true, Dred. I'm sorry, but that's not true. I still get people that are attacking me, and I haven't received any type of assistance from TikTok since the beginning of April? No, the beginning of April. I know she's not me. But I am saying I am still getting attacked and people talking shit about that, oh, TikTok bought my tire when I got 2 used tires. No, they didn't. I bought my tires. So you don't know that. You don't know that if she stayed off the app 24 hours one time and people thought she was gone. How do you know that, Nico? How do you know that? This is the first month she hasn't received her son's disability check. And she's still receiving food stamps for more than one person, looks like 3. And that's information she shared, not other. No, that's not what her sister said. I mean, unless you want to send me a video that I missed, but that's not what her sister said. Exactly. Her sister said her dad does not ask for gas money, which is something she tries to use to get money. But he will not buy her cigarettes. If she was hungry while they were together, he would buy her food. But her dad literally picks her up, takes her to where she needs to go, and brings her back home, and that's it. From what I understand. These times she said her dad's outside waiting to take her or something. No, her sisters have confirmed, no, that's not true. When she said her sister was outside, no, that's not true. Exactly, Coco. This right here is the fucking reason that people feel sorry for her, because people lie, and then it's proven to be a lie, and they're like, hold on, wait, which side's lying? You know what I mean? Like, 100%. For instance, and again, going back to Dred's comment, I know she's not me. But for instance, my husband took our vehicle over to my dad's house because my dad has more tools. My dad has more tools, and fixed our car at my dad's house. And I said that on here. And all of a sudden, people are on here saying my dad paid to get my car fixed. No, me and my husband ordered the parts. They got delivered. As a matter of fact, I had to go to my neighbor's house to get them. And then he went over to my dad's house to fix it. And that wasn't even my car. That was his car, because my car couldn't move. The radiator was busted. So we fixed the water pump and the radiator here in our yard. We had to go get my dad's tools. But, yeah. Lisa said, I literally make more money than my own dad. There is something called TIK link, I think it is, ticklink.com. And I've checked it. It is legitimate. Go look at how much people make in gifts in their lives. Go look. And that's just gifts in the lot. That obviously doesn't include Cash App or any monetization that you're getting off of your videos if you're monetized. Like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, maybe now, she made $21 in gifts in her lives. And she herself has said there is one big creator that a lot of people talk about, that she goes, and she's been seen going into his lives, gifting him, because everybody keeps getting her PayPal shut down. She said that herself, Dread. She said the only way, and that's the reason I hate that Fed or THEND, I hate that her page got shut down, because always the crazy shit that Lisa says, she would do a video and like act like she was saying it. But one of the videos that she did said, I am going to keep doing this until they stop sending me money. She is funny. And real as fuck, like 100%. But she said, Lisa said that herself. I'm going to keep doing this until they stop sending me money. And she's not lying. I am from UK and I watch her. We have people in the UK that do it. Oh. It's so funny. When I think about other countries, I think about, like, I don't know, if y'all's bad stuff is different from our bad stuff, you know? Like, obviously, you know, they always talk about Mexico, and that's where all of U.S. crap basically comes from. But we never hear about all the other places. That's true, Hair Genie. But the fucked up thing is they know, everybody acts like when they get caught, and when somebody, like, calls them out. Again, I'll go back to the one that said she'd been talking to her for almost a month. Says she knew, and I'll get to that in a second, said she knew that she was doing something that is bad. I know, it's just a... What? I agree. Yeah, anything. Anyway, it just always makes me wonder, because, you know, you always hear everybody in Canada is nice, but then you meet the one angry Canadian or whatever, in which I bet you he's nice in real life because he's just goofy. But anyway, so there was the one girl that came on. What I was trying to say is, I feel like most of the people try to act like, oh, it was their first time in there. Oh, they didn't know, when they get caught. But in reality, most of them know. They just don't want to get attacked because they know the hate she has, and they don't want somebody to attack them. Or they wouldn't be in the other live trying to defend themselves. Like, anyway, regardless. Dread, really quick, just a question. Do y'all have, like, somebody told me, which we have a clinic that you can go to receive, what is it called? Harm reduction products. From what I'm told, where the person we're talking about lives, they literally have boxes, like, at the park for people to put their pokey items in, we'll say. Good morning. Do y'all have that there? I'm just curious. We had that in Canada. Well, y'all are kind of connected to us. So, like, not kind of. You are connected to us. So I feel like if it can come from Mexico to here, it can come from here to there. Most larger cities have those. In the UK, we don't... Oh, I don't know where you're from. But here, we don't have those, like, at our parks. We have a clinic you can go to, and they give you a container to bring back. And if you bring back your container, apparently they give you more. I don't know much about it. Unfortunately, I done told that story. I'm not going to go back into it. Like, I didn't even know that existed here until a couple months back. But calling for a virtual interview next week. I don't know. Pretty soon they'll be in all parks, right? Yeah, that's what somebody said. Pokey items, Rhonda, that people use to do, like, you know, hardcore stuff. I don't think it's because of the homeless necessarily, though. Like, it's just so you don't throw your crap on the ground, I'm guessing. Okay. No, not food banks. Harm reduction items. Like, here you can go and get a kit, and it has pokey items. There are in toilets here to put, like, public, like at the park, like the toilet you would go to at the public. I know y'all don't call it the bathroom, y'all call it the toilet or whatever, but Danica, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Interesting. Like, I don't know why I never thought about y'all having that kind of stuff. Obviously, it's everywhere. That's just my brain, how it works. Anyway, so there was a girl that came on because apparently she got 40-something messages. We have pokey exchanges too, but somebody said in the place where Lisa lives, they actually have sharps containers at the park, like in areas where you can dispose of your pokey items. My husband's at work today. We celebrated on Wednesday and Thursday.
Says that Jen just drilled right in that hill. Okay.
Liza, I don't know why you're sharing my live. There's already 122 people in here. And this is not what I come on to talk about. But anyway, what I was going to say, and
Jen doesn't do subtle. Be careful. You're super fragile. All right, remember if anything's broken.
Okay, that's what I was asking, Tread, because we have those too, obviously. Anyway, but there was a girl that said she had been talking to her for like a month, that her words, she had confided in her something about some very, we'll just say, naughty business, which I call bullshit, but whatever. It may be true, it may not. It may actually be a story she made up to get sympathy. I don't know. Anyway, and I'll get into that in a second too. But that girl said, like, she had even offered to go get her and was planning to go get her at one point. She knew about things that nobody else knew about, except for one person that did confirm that. That's what I said. One of them is, other people in their community have said he is known for that. But for them to sit there and say every one of them is, no. Mm-mm. That's another thing. But she reads those.
If Dusty's playing possum, I can
She reads those negative comments again to get sympathy.
let's just grab a pile of lemons.
Some, not all though. Some of them are people from here that just feel sorry for her. Think about Mama Julie or whatever her name was. She used her Cash App for a minute. Sorry, I was doing that so I could read the comments. It was harder to read. Anyway, but that girl said that she confided in her. And she said she keeps changing the name on them. You can only change the name on them once. I think. I'm pretty sure. But that she sent her money, she sent her a pizza once, and that she had basically been talking to her daily. But then sat over there and said she didn't know nothing. That didn't know. Her own sister called that woman out and was like, you can't look at her and know. She was like, well, I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. You live in America, bro. You don't know nothing about drugs. You can't tell when somebody... You can't... I know. That's true. But then don't go into the live and ask for a box if you're scared of these people. Like, why go into a box and then try to act like you're dumb to the situation? If you had been in her lives daily, seeing all this, you fucking know, bro. Like, and then to be fucking coddled, like her sister wasn't coddling nobody. She cussed that girl out and was like, you are making me lose brain cells by even fucking listening to you. Like, stop. And then other people jumped in my opinion, kind of coddled her. Like, if you didn't know, you didn't know. Take accountability. But the fucking point is you did know.
Your thumb drive a little tiny in comparison? It's mostly really rare jazz records.
But you have to admit, Sugar, that
You should probably just start with...
lately, at least, absolutely, you're 100% right. But lately, she has not been nearly as fucked up as she was right before her child was taken. Like, she's not falling asleep, nodding out in her chair, where people are, like, worried that she is no longer with us. Like, nothing. Yes, she's... And things like that where you can tell that she is legit. But I want to know. Please, somebody tell me, because I have no earthly idea. If you haven't been on... But it doesn't matter, Sugar. A cop can walk up on you in your own residence, which is typically where she's at. High as a kite, she could be anything short of ODing. I just got an audience restriction. Anything short of that, and the cops can't do anything. If you've already consumed it, the cops cannot do anything. I mean, like, if they came into her residence and seen paraphernalia, yeah, they could do something then. But she's not allowing them inside. He could have gotten taken for animal feces being everywhere. Environmental neglect. It didn't have to be because of rugs. But I'm going to reset my live real quick because I have a restriction. I will be back on in just a second.